At this point, I just want to go back to Nigeria.
Honestly,
I swear.
crazy, yeah.
I just want to go back. I just want to go back. They leave me.
Detaining us for no reason.
Imagine say
for no even any reason.
If airline talk say they no get space because they are claiming that our return tickets will be valid. Not like we won't pay for having to leave today. We still pay extra fee. For leaving today. And
Jama has been here before us and is still here.
Yeah, now they detained him over 24 hours like this. He's been detained, yeah.
Over the Easter weekend, I came across a video of two Nigerians that were stuck at OR Tambo International Airport. They were making accusations that they've been detained without knowledge as to what exactly have they done wrong, because they've committed no crime for OR Tambo International Airport to hold them for 24 hours. So they went on this, of course, trying to sell to the world that they are being victimized in South Africa. South Africa doesn't like Nigerians, because that's the narrative that they were driving. So I did not say anything because we are not crazy. There is no way that OR Tambo International Airport, or immigration for that matter, will just pick two Nigerians out of a line after arriving in South Africa for no reason if they did not suspect anything. In my head, I was thinking, I think I know what is actually happening here, but time will tell. And it happened exactly how I thought, because I thought this, we curbed it around 2016, 2017, where I'm sure you've seen such videos before, where a Nigerian who lives in a particular country that wants to help other Nigerians to Japa, and how they have connections or they work directly with Homeland Security, or we call it Home Affairs here in South Africa, how to obtain them visas and all of that stuff. And you need to pay X amount of money in order for them to run that process for you. So as you already know, that if you are going to apply for a visa, some countries, they will have a questionnaire that you're going to have to fill in, that when you arrived at that country of destination or final destination, you will have to answer to those questions as you have made the application next to them, type of situation. So they had a situation like that at the OR Tambo International Airport. Somebody that is an unofficial, illegal travel agent that did all their traveling to South Africa. And I think this has been happening even post 2016, 2017, when they were doing this and they were stopped. And of course, you know how our Home Affairs is corrupt to the core. So I think somebody in South Africa did make money out of them, as much as that person who gave them fake visa also made money. And so it came out. Even the Nigerian government, it did confirm that they went to South Africa through a third party who is illegal agent who made them the visas and things of that nature. And when they landed in OR Tambo International, excited as they are, they produced the fake visa. And that's how they were pulled aside and detained for 24 hours, answering questions that they had no answers for. Because if you had a legitimate visa, you would be able to answer those questions without any difficulty. I guess one of the questions that where they actually got them is that agent put their address rather than the addresses of these travelers, because now the addresses don't match. Where in Nigeria you come from? Maybe the agent says Abuja and they say Lagos. They're like, South Africa will be like, no, you couldn't be coming from two different places. We hear you are mentioning it in the official travel document, and when you are interviewed, you're giving us a totally different address. So that is how they got intercepted, because this is an interception, I will say. One of them, in fact, as they were also detained, their cell phones were taken from them, confiscated. It made me very happy to hear this, because it's something that I was asking myself. Do we also take, let's say, people that we suspect at the airport, their cell phones, to see how they speak about the country? One of them was, how do you put this in a nice way? He was sitting and making number 2 on our country. He hates South Africa, but he was coming to the same South Africa he hated. And he was saying all horrible things about South Africa. And the same South Africa he comes, and allegedly one of his posts, he said, I will never visit South Africa. Never in my life. And you are at OR Tambo International Airport. And I've seen others as well. They lie. They make videos right here in South Africa. And they say they will never come to South Africa. And you look at, you know how you can tell through an environment where, I can tell without you telling me that you are in Nigeria. Something about your atmosphere shows it. Same goes with America. I can tell you where in America you are even at because of the environment and how it looks like. And if you're in South Africa, hello, this is my environment. You don't have to lie to me. I can tell how the sun shines and the clearness of our environment that you are making this video right here in South Africa, and you say you will never visit South Africa, you never come to South Africa, and yet you're making the video in South Africa. You see what's in there, cool? Do you see that you guys something ain't right here? And then on top of that, you would have, and I will keep saying this, guys, you aggravating South Africans, whether you are within or outside of South Africa, you are making it difficult for all foreign nationals. For all foreign nationals that are illegally in South Africa. Of course, the number one is Nigerians. And why is number one Nigerians? Because of things like this.
Hi, South Africans. It's your boy, Scooby Nero. I shouldn't say your boy. My name is Scooby Nero, and I want to say I want to give a big apology to South Africans because I never knew that it was going to blow out of proportion. It's a trolling thing. What I do is I troll, they troll me back. It was like a normal thing for the longest time.
Okay, I'm not going to bore you with this one because you know how they always repeat things instead of getting to the point and say, you know what, guys, I fumbled. I made a mistake. But this is exactly what we are talking about. I've seen some government response to something like this thing here. They will say, no, this is not true. There's no way this is true that he owns 80% of RDP houses. He was just aggravating South Africans. That's the point. Why are you aggravating South Africans? I don't care. Tomorrow you come and say, oh guys, I am so sorry. You aggravated South Africans. And for me, it's not enough to say we are investigating. Why is he not behind bars for what he admitted? Because I'm telling you, a South African admitting to a crime would have been arrested. An investigation take place while they're behind bars. Why this one is treated differently? He just admitted to a crime. You make an arrest, the assumption is you are innocent until proven guilty, but behind bars. And then your investigation can take place. And once he is found guilty or not guilty, obviously he's illegally in South Africa. There's no way he's legal in South Africa. You put him in an airplane, you ban him from South Africa forever because he's an aggravator of a nation that is already trying to figure out how on earth do we get rid of people like him and his nation. And you are saying, no, calm down. And I'm saying, obviously, we have also come to learn that a lot of Nigerians, they are opening social media platforms using our names and surnames. And as he's making this apology, you're seeing a lot of so-called South Africans saying apology accepted. No South African, and I'm talking natural-born South African, and aggravated because clearly that was his goal, and we are aggravated. We'll say, yes, you are forgiven. One thing about South Africans, in as much as we are forgiving and we are loving, we have adopted and adapted to the nature of God, but don't take advantage of us. Because I am telling you right now, a natural South African says, deport him. He must never come back here ever again. Ever again. So we are not that shallow to say, oh, we accept your apology. All those says we accept his apology, they're not South Africans. Do not be fooled by that. Don't even respond. What do you mean that the apology accepted? That's not a South African that has accepted this apology. He aggravated us. We are aggravated and we want answers. Not even we want, we demand answers from our government. Kenny Kunene, during the 2024 election campaign, yes, he was campaigning, but he did reveal that there is a Nigerian citizen that has 800 RDP houses that he was renting out to South Africans. Yes, there was, oh no, there's no such a thing. But did you investigate? Did you investigate? Now, this brings me to the point that I think every government department needs to be investigated and sift out a Nigerian or Nigerians that are in there, that are funding the people that are supposed to be serving South Africans, but serving them. And then in turn, they come and rent these things out to us. So there's definitely corruption and kickbacks of some sort going on there. It is clear about RDP houses in the law. Even after 8 years living in an RDP house, you still cannot sell it without first knocking on the door of the Department of Housing and say, well, our lives have improved and we're now moving out of our RDP house. Would you like to buy it? Because the cycle of giving South Africans homes needs to continue. That person cannot just willfully wake up in the morning and put for sale an RDP house after living there for 8 years. It's illegal. It's illegal. And maybe we need to put it bluntly. That's not your house. That's the government house. So when you are selling it out or renting it out, you thinking this is yours now. It's government. That's why government has to be the first person you go to when you no longer want your RDP house. And on top of that, you need to be considerate. Muntu omnyama. You need to be considerate and say, okay, we no longer need this house. Let's also give it to another South African to have the joy that we've had in this house by going to the Department of Housing and say, hey, we are done. Are you buying it or are you taking it back, taking it away from us? Renting a RDP house. I think every RDP house that is occupied, the people in there need to state whether are they owners or they are renting. If they are renting, the owner akaphutwe lendlu. Akaphutwe lendlu. Khona zohluza. Take the house away. Tell the people that are living there, sorry, crime have been committed here. Go find elsewhere. Give them ample time to find an alternative accommodation. Kodwa the owner akaphutwe. But yeah, we have to come up with all the solutions as the ordinary South Africans. As the people that are renting out their backyard, the people that are renting out their properties to foreign nationals, yini gebengu. You are the criminals. You are the ones that are selling our country off, Nina. Every rand that you take from them as rent, utaisizwe. And I find it very ironic that you the same person that takes to the streets to march when skebengu. No, pick your battles. What is your battle? Is it South Africa or illegal foreigners that you are making money out of? Pick which one are you? So this man, whatever his name is, Habanero. Is it Habanero? He gotta go back home. He needs to go back home and never come back to South Africa, ever. And any other Nigerian that is aggravating South Africans, Nina, South Africans, you know these individuals. Nina Bazio, person I go to Nyamazu Talala. You need to bring these people to make these apologies and call immigration. Call immigration. There's a Nigerian that lives next door to me. Is aggravating South Africans. I don't even think they're legally here. Let immigration do their job. Call immigration on them. But they live in your community, these people. You can't just fold your arms and be angry. No, call immigration. Let immigration come to them. Those also that show off with bricks and bricks of money, you know who they are. Call immigration to investigate where these bricks of money come from. And they say we contribute to the economy of South Africa. Why are you having bricks of money in cash? It doesn't work like that here in South Africa. We got systems in South Africa. And Nigerians hate systems. Don't get angry. You are about to say they're your next door neighbor. You know who they are. Call immigration anonymously. Anonymously. And they will investigate. Send them back home. I'm telling you, a whole lot of them are non-South Africans. They are illegally in this country. Isikhathi sokuphuzwa inyongo is over, fellow South Africans. This aggravation, it's too much. And then going back to the two at the airport, one of them hates South Africans, hates us. But here he was, and still lying on Saturday. I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Lies. Lies. You went home to go renew fake documents to come back to where you always been here. And we were coming to South Africa to have Easter fun. Lies. Easter's in South Africa, people are not at the beach and everywhere else like how it is in December. This is one holiday where South Africans are extremely family oriented. Extremely family oriented. And when you're coming here for fun in the most boring period of our vibe, come on now, seriously. We hate, I'll never come to South Africa. You are lying. You are right here saying that. And then I heard somebody say, I have a PhD. Like I give a rat's tail. You have a PhD, master's or whatever. If you're stupid, you're stupid. With your PhD. And the most PhDs that I've ever came across, most years in this country, they open their mouths and you're like, but where's the PhD logic in what you're saying? That is why you come into my comment section with your so-called PhD speaking rubbish. You telling me that you have PhD, you just ruined it because I knew you were going to say nonsense. And as I was reading, I'm like, I rest my case. You thought you having a PhD will make me small? Let me tell you something. If you went through university and you successfully completed your university of a particular subject that you were a master of or mastering at university, it doesn't mean you are intelligent. It doesn't at all. It just means that you are qualified or you're now an expert in the field of whatever you chose to do. But when it comes to real human life that is lived on a daily basis, you can never tell me your PhD plays a role. You are not an expert in our lives. And that's the biggest mistake in South Africa, not just by foreign nationals, by South Africans too, with qualifications. They think we eat philosophy. They think we eat the expertise. They think the expertise put food on our table, the ordinary people. You can come and elaborate with big bombastic words and somersaults. At the end of the day, we're still living the life we do. How is your philosophy helping us? It's only helping you because you get paid every time you appear to give your analysis. And your analysis, what has it done? What does it do for South Africans? Which now goes back to what I'm saying. It's just a piece of paper that says you're an expert in this field. But when it comes to real life on the ground, dumb, most of y'all. Dums. I have sat with PhD graduates before. I've been to events where they'll say, Dr. So-and-so. And then you sit there and you're thinking you're going to learn something. Instead, you are left there with more questions. And then you approach this so-called expert. They'll be like, yeah, that's actually a good one. I'm going to have to go look into that. No, I'm not asking you to go and look into it. I want answers. And you come to me, and then you psychoanalyze me. And yet he said, this so-called PhD holder says, I hate black people. I hate black people. Your psychoanalogy is warped because many a times on this channel, I have said, why nobody that is illegally in South Africa do not behave like Ghanaians? We love Ghanaians. Are Ghanaians not black people? You see your PhD, go throw it away. Throw it away. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope you will have a great day. I am watching the Madlang Commission of Inquiry. Miss Farouk, is it Farouk of TMPD, the lady that runs TMPD in Tshwane, is on the hot seat. And there's some questions that I have, and we will talk about it in my next video because it can't be. It's not make sure. But other than that, guys, I'll see you next time with a new one. Goodbye.